And I'm live. What's up, everybody? I'm Rupert for being on the chat. Yeah, one's doing a double today, so yeah, hope everybody's having a good day today. So, so yeah, yeah, just a cold ass day here today. So, whip out Charles Reeves. Yeah, uh, sub butt box. I think it's butt box. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sub to the city, and also, yeah, sub Bob. Uh, Sup broken and sup to deadhead, huh? It's going okay. Sup West Haven. Let's see. I'm checking the weather channel. It's like 44 where I'm at. Whoop whoop. It's illegal. Yeah, much of West Haven. Uh, Sup, Sup, Benner boys. Assume it's like George. So Sup George. If not George, Sup Zero. Uh, Actually, I'm listening to a one of Bethman's HD's videos. Just doing it to make sure my mic doesn't go, my headset doesn't go do an automatic shutdown. Okay, that's cool, Georgia. Yeah, I didn't know if like George Lord Zero had access to account too. So Vince. So yeah, I don't know if one's going to hop on or process. So because they got the link. So private chat. Sup, Bitney Duh. Sup, Skelly. Juggernaut. Yes, I always try to listen. When I'm hosting by myself, I always try to like just have stuff in the background down low, so I got so I don't my headset doesn't go out. Sure. Also, Major Jane. Hell, not much. The hell, just been chilling around the house doing chores and shit. So what's new? What's new and interesting with you, Mary Jane? Yeah, I heard that too, Brooklyn. Yeah, it was like there were like new dumbass rules and stuff. Yes, yeah, I don't give a whole kid for anything either. Yeah, same here, Mary Jane. Yeah, how everything kept me kid friendly and stuff. How maybe some of like interviews were kid friendly, but yeah, it's not. Hell, we never really wanted to be kid friendly any damn way. So yeah, and sure got her Starbucks shirt for the day, and looks fresh as hell. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, I know one of the YouTubers I watch his reaction called Bathurst HD, and yeah, his channel is not the same since he like broke up with his girlfriend and stuff. Yeah, I usually don't cuss much when I'm by myself. Good one, Brooklyn. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, yeah, told I did, but I sort of gave up on AEW. Just not my. I could really get into AEW. I like NXT better, but that's me. So Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now because they took all the big talent and stuff. I might at some point, but I always feel like for Cody and Joko, or always like the highlight and stuff. And I always thought I do like GR on commentary, but he just seems sort of disinterested. But that's sort of me. And um, yeah, let's hope they are not like another WCW and stuff. So because I know probably piss a lot of fans off if fans will buy him again. So because I definitely want them to make a success, do good because have um Vince definitely needs to have a competition. Yeah, because WWE got sort of still because they had like, no real competition. How TNA tried, but they suck. And guy remember, um, Tony Khan's not rich. His dad is. Yeah, bad rules do dominate. This really group MMA down. Whoop whoop sugar. And so how you like into um Cyrex short? Sup Nick? You're very welcome, sugar. Are you gonna get the pizza short? The black pizza short at some point? Oh, that's cool, sugar. Yes, yeah. It definitely sounds crazy, Brooklyn. Oh, no, uh, yeah, I never wanted to do MMA anyway, so. Uh, I seen like I seen like the slap competitions before, and now it seems like so goofy or dangerous. So I got nothing against it, but just not for me, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of Mr. Noir, I do hope like Neutral Underground does come back. So I always loved that show. But they already did one scene that bugged the hell out of me, and that's like chill shots of a head. Uh, not really scary. Got just got a naked woman waiting for me on bed, so that's okay. I got rush, but okay. Yeah, now I'm just listening to some like my old school Metallica. Yeah. Brooklyn. Flannel. Flannel. God damn, that's crazy. So that's, yeah, I've seen like there's a few clips of that contest. That's crazy as fuck. So no way I want to do it. Well, I guess it's like to each your own. I guess. Uh, I'm ready for Darth Vader again. Yeah, Darth Vader wants to make the galaxy great again. Probably see I got two. Oh, uh, for Nice Virginia. I'm sure you mean like from like reading stuff. Sub breaks, sub break. Uh, okay. Yeah, welcome to our channel. It's usually just usually you have other people on the show other than me, but I don't think it. Now, that's no way to talk about yourself. The Skelly, and I now you do Skelly, but not me. So look, you didn't even you didn't even try smoking at the gathering. Yeah, because I know when I smoked at a gathering, it was the first time I smoked in like years and stuff. Yeah, that would be a great university, Nick. Yeah. Yeah, I doubt it will ever be sold in really sold in like regular stores, but there should be a lot more dispensaries. Makes sense. Makes sense, spoken. Shit, have been zoned her magazine and shit. So, uh, I you gotta find your own strain that works best for you. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with like macrodosing and stuff. Have you if I would ever try like LSD or something? That's what I would probably do, just like macrodose or something. Because if you don't want us, because I'm really don't want to have like a bad trip or anything. Oh, nice. So crack joint Gomez. Yeah, yeah, big whoop whoop. Yeah, yeah. If it does come like legal in all the states, I can see a bunch of people like going there trying to grow their own supply and stuff for or like personal use and stuff. So I actually had a friend who used to grow some of his own, but don't know if he does anymore. So haven't talked to him in a while. Yeah, good one, Captain. Yeah, uh, yeah, I got all the devil's lettuce. Uh, that one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I always like love the names for like alternate names for like read and stuff.
What up, Josh?
That's Skelly. Yeah. I was like, who the hell is this?
You guys being run by Rox TV now?
Nope.
Why does it say Rox TV in the corner of your guys' video when you're live?
Uh, no idea. I probably got like change that and stuff. So.
It's like a water stamp on the corner that says Rox TV.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would hate to see fucking Sid Jones on your guys' panel.
Shit. Sid hasn't been on. Sid hasn't been on a panel in like a long time.
Yeah. I think we chased him off.
I see he does like I see he just does like a lot of like Facebook stuff now.
Yeah. Goes around interviewing clan members and stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's just doing his own thing, I guess. So. So what about to?
Not much, man. Got off work, drinking a couple of Milwaukee's Best.
Nice.
About to slice up some of this leftover ham, roll it up in a fat ass fucking burrito.
Nice.
Saw you on here all extra lonely. It was making me sad.
Yeah.
Now, do you actually remember what CLET stands for?
Yeah, it's like the Syrian Liberation Army or something like that, or.
No, it's in Jalen Silent Bob Strikes Back, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it's yeah, it was like something like for something like I know it's like for about liberating like liberating like monkeys and stuff. But it's been a little bit since I've seen the movie, so.
Oh shit! I feel like we're Wicked Crew. None of us got our cameras on right now. Josh is being told to move the body out of the hallway.
Nah.
I think pretty much what Sid Jones was saying is not hip hop's violent. I think he was directing it like black people are violent.
Nah. I have no idea about that.
Okay, I'll cut my camera. There we go.
Every scene has its like edits and stuff.
Shit, I wasn't even gonna come on, but I was just so fucking tired. I was falling asleep on the couch. I can't go to sleep for like another 3 hours.
Well, why not?
Because then I'll wake up in the middle of the afternoon wide awake, and it'll fuck up my whole day.
Oh, okay.
I just had like the last 4 days off, so got to go to Jim Jeffries, go see the Have-Nots and all that shit.
How's the Jim Jeffries show?
Jim Jeffries is fucking amazing. It was stupid though because my buddy bought tickets and it was a free ticket, so I shouldn't complain. But we were all the way up, all the way in the fucking back, like 3 stories high, all the way in the back, like third row, almost all the way from the back. And they only had the fucking speakers on the second, and then there was no speakers, so you couldn't like really hear half of what he was saying because people laughing and shit. So it ruined a lot of the jokes, and I mean, we got pretty fucked up in the parking lot, so it's hard to go in there. I wouldn't suggest getting too fucked up if you're gonna go to a comedy show, because then it's hard to comprehend everything that's going on around you. But I used to be a big fan of Jim Jeffries. I love all his comedy specials. They're all fucking awesome. His TV show Legit before it got canceled was fucking awesome.
His comedy show got canceled.
No, he had a show called Legit, and it was on some whatever show or whatever channel, and it was him and his best friend little brother had like Lou Gehrig disease and shit where he can't move. He's all paralyzed, and it's pretty much like he's getting him hookers and everything, and you know they're all doing fucking drugs and just partying, and it's just it's a fucking cool thing. It was on Netflix like
Oh,
3 years ago, and then it got taken off. But if
oh.
you can ever find it legit, or if you know have a pirating something, you know, burn the first and second season and watch it. It's pretty fucking hilarious.
I bet.
Like the guy that plays the crippled dude is the dude from the vending machine guy in Hustle and Flow, the white guy. He's also in the New Kid or whatever. Uh,
Yeah, because I know he has a show on Comedy Central now. I don't know if you watched that or not.
I don't watch a show. I don't know. I just think it's more of a. I don't know. It's cute. You know, he's an Australian. He's born and raised in Australia. Then he moved to the UK, and that's where he picked up his comedy career. And then he moved over here to the US, and then he's just always been like, you know, using cunt every other word, just real fucking funny. But when he's on there just harping about fucking politics and politicians and all that, I mean, it just gets gay after a while. I mean, Jimmy Fallon and whatever the other dude is, that's all they talk about, and it just do something new.
Yeah, I know the whole like current meditation is like a comedian's like dream and stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know. I like stand up the best. I just don't like scripted news channel, open studio kind of shit. It's kind of weird. Unless it was like the Man Show or something like that back in the day with like Joe Rogan. That fucking is pretty tight.
I never watched the Joe Rogan version of the Man Show. I just watched like the original.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back when they had like the old dude who could like down a beer and like one drink.
Yeah, there was one episode where they had this guy on there, and they had an apprentice, and they had the guy on there, and it was something like he was supposed to drink like a crazy amount of fucking eggnog, and he was taking it in shots like that, and then after he took like a crazy amount, the other guy punch in a Joe Rogan baby bird. They have the guy lay backwards over a trash can, and the guy pukes into his mouth. And I mean, this is a big guy, and it's just nonstop, just all over his face, in his mouth, in his eyeballs, and just not. Ooh, I'm thinking about it. Oh, it's terrible, dude. Floods the whole entire studio. Yeah. Oh man, it's some good shit.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I started watching a show called Andromeda again.
Why don't you love me anymore, Josh? You guys took my wrench and you guys kicked me out of your Discord.
It's
cold blooded.
No, I was once called about the wrench, and actually I deleted the stuff that server. So
you deleted the server?
Yeah.
Why?
I got too many trolls in it, and so.
Oh, that's what they do.
I know.
Sometimes when shit's slow and boring, I'll create a server and then fucking it'll be popping for like 2 days, and I just delete it.
Yeah.
They just come in and fucking ram wrench the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's illegal to know what's the fascination with having the wrench.
Oh no, it was just funny. I'm just looking in the chat and I see that me and Violet and George are the only ones without wrenches. So I was like, ugh. Oh, that's cold blooded.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Do you mean the college kid movie or just for cards?
Oh, there it is, dude. I didn't hear what you said, Josh. What were you saying?
I was asking Flannel if he meant Garbage Pail Kids cards or a movie.
So check this out. I couldn't find my other joint. I got like really fucked up the other night, and I was watching TV and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I felt like the spandex hugging my ass and my shorts. So I took off my shorts and threw them on the ground and I passed out. I woke up and my wife was telling me to go get in bed, so I went and got in bed. But by the time I woke up, she had already like picked up my clothes and washed my laundry. But I had this joint in my pocket. Found it in the dryer. It was completely sealed. No water got in it, but just the spin cycles and everything. This is like the most packed joint you'll ever see in your life.
Oh, I bet.
Oh man, that thing is fucking. It's so hard and it's so packed that I might have to empty it out into my bowl piece and smoke it.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm surprised it did open up in the dryer.
Huh? I don't know. I'm imagining that, you know, in the washer and shit, it was probably in my pocket and then it got thrown out in the dryer, but you could imagine that probably like the heat of the dryer and everything probably kept it sealed pretty good.
Yeah, yes, that's true. Yeah, you get lucky on that one.
Oh man, it's fucking. I can get 2 half joints that equal a gram for like $3. I mean, I know you guys were talking about it earlier, like Detroit and everything. They're finally starting to get shit underway and all that. But as far as like Colorado and Washington, we've had everything unlocked. Everything's been everywhere for what, 7 years now, 6 years now.
Nice.
It's like you can get pot anywhere. As far as California goes, California's always been like somewhat legal in California, but
yeah, I know California's been like medically. You get like a card that's there for like years and years now.
Yeah, there's an awesome documentary that's called Murder Mountain. You got to watch that on Netflix. It's like one of the best TV long series ever.
Yeah.
It's like 10 hours, 10 episodes, but talks about how like 70% of all the marijuana distributed in the United States comes out of Humboldt County. And they were also talking about how California has always been like the most lenient towards marijuana, but since they've been the most lenient towards marijuana the longest, they have the most rules established there. Oh. So it's harder to do anything, and it's fucking up everybody in the marijuana business there.
Oh.
Well, let me close this window. The landscapers are fucking killing it right now.
Okay.
Oh, here, let me pull. There you go. Pull over Larkside and peek out the window a couple times. Holy shit. That's the only thing I don't like about StreamYards. If you fuck around and try to like look at the chat, then you might get fucking stuck backstage or something. But then again, you'll look down and it's like within like 45 seconds, you got like, what, 15 news in the chat. Now it's like 46.
Yeah, but I started like watching this, using this one so a movie app on the PS4 to watch some stuff.
Oh shit, that's that Hatchet Reviews guy, man. He's literally one of the most creepiest people I've ever seen.
I really never talked to him, so
he's been on your show before.
Oh yeah, but I was probably I'm not sure I really haven't talked to him, so.
Yeah, I just got done watching a little bit here and there when I was at work, but I just listened to this whole entire documentary about what's his name? Fucking Bazulu or whatever, that guy that was a Satanist that had all the tattoos on his face in North Carolina that murdered 3 people and had them buried in his backyard.
Uh,
And his house kind of looked like the original Sausage Castle before he moved into that big ass one where it's just shits all over the walls, stickers. It's fucking crazy.
I bet it is.
I drop a link in the chat, but I don't have a wrench. Just fucking with you, Josh.
That's cool. Yes. Yeah. I watched this world show called like Biographics, and they did a few pieces on serial killers and stuff.
I want to know why in the East Coast and in the Midwest you guys can get a 32-ounce can of fucking Milwaukee's Best for, I think somebody said like $1.50 or something. You can get a 24-ounce can here for $2.55. It's crazy.
It's probably different state rules, I guess. On top of it.
Well, I figure Milwaukee just, but then again, I don't know. You can get Anheuser-Busch and what the Budweiser plants in Missouri, and you can get you used to be able to get a 6-pack of Busch for $4.49, but now it's $6.99, and it's only been 3 years.
I think Budweiser has like several places that really make this stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying like the main one.
Oh yeah, you have the main one, yeah.
Coors isn't.
Yeah, I went to like St. Louis once and like went to like Bush farms and stuff. And yeah, they had like a bunch of animals walking around and.
Whoa! Did you just say there was a bunch of N-words walking around?
Animals.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Nah.
Whoa.
Like, no. Nah. I'm not. I'm not decided that's the right but for hard alls. So.
I'm sorry, man. You can rewind it. That's what you said.
I said animals, not the N-words.
Oh. Oh, I do have my little dab pen. Okay. Got some green crack in that one, and then I got Hit Girl, and then I got some Chernobyl.
Nice.
Or Chernobyl, whatever it is. And it has like a coffee ground taste to it. Kind of weird.
Oh yeah. Ninja was pretty good. He saw that 99 can pack of PBR for $73 here.
Yeah. Look at all these carts, bro.
Damn some. Yeah. Have you seen those pictures of like a 99 pack of PBR?
Yeah, they actually made. It wasn't somebody posted the one of the PBR one. I saw that one, but like originally, it was a 99 pack of beer for like some like stupid amount, like $22 or something that they were selling at like wholesale stores like Costco and Sam's Club or something.
Yeah.
And they were like really popular going around.
I mean, like unless you're going having a party, I don't see putting a band that big of a pack.
Well, Josh, let me explain to you that there's some people in the world that can drink an 18-pack of beer in about 4.5 hours by themselves. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not. I got nothing against that, but for buying that much beer, 99 packs, 99 beer packs, just that just seems a little much to me. So. Unless you're buying, having a party, someone else, you buying that many beers at once.
Yeah, I mean, I think What did I do? I think I bought 2 12-packs and I started streaming on the Saucy Time show. And then after Saucy Time, Siznak did his show. And that was probably about 3 hours, and I had 4 beers left in that second 12-pack, but I had to go throw up for a while after that and then go to sleep because shit happens. I'm proud to say I didn't see anybody throw up at the gathering.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about inmates throwing up at them.
No, I'm just saying in general. I didn't say no. No. Scrappy dude tried to fucking puke next to my tent, and I was like, "You need to get the fuck out of here."
No.
Well, I don't want to puke in public. I was like, "This is my domain. You can't be puking in front of my shit."
How Scrappy had plenty of places to puke in the woods. So.
Oh yeah, you could have went down to drug ditch or something.
Yeah.
Now at concerts up here, I constantly see people throwing up in between cars and shit and puking everywhere in the bathrooms. But I think that's because you're only there for like 3 to 4 hours and you're trying to cram it all in at the gathering. You're like, fuck, I'm going to be awake for the next 18 hours. I got to pace myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Ninja. So the 99 pack of beer will be perfect for the gathering.
Oh man, is it Cole or cold? Homeboy at the gathering that rolled with Sister Hatchet and then fucking
cold.
Cold, yeah. So he's got to be one of my most favorite people at the gathering. That dude was fucking legit as fuck. It's
Cold's a coolest guy.
Well, I mean, not to be judgmental, but when you see a grown ass man dressed up as a Naruto doing spin kicks in the fucking parking lot at the hotel, I was like, who in the fuck is this guy? But then it was like you talk to him, you know, that motherfucker he's cut, he's a little, but that motherfucker rolled around with a 30-pack every single day. He was dropping a 30-pack down, ice chest full of beer. You want a beer? You want a beer? You want a beer? That motherfucker. Every time he looked at me, you're not holding the beer. I'm like, God damn, man. It was fucked up though, because I was like, man, I'm gonna get really, really fucked up tonight. So I like stuck my wallet in Dr. Shocker's RV, and I locked it. And then I brought my 6-pack of beer up there to the gathering. I wanted a water so fucking bad, and I didn't have any cash on me, and I was waiting for Wolf to come back so I could jump on the golf cart. I went and asked the EMT people that fucking had stacks of water, and I was like, hey man, can I get a water? And they're like, oh, we're not giving out water right now, but you can go get one for $2 over there for a little fucking ball of water.
Now.
Oh man, it was fucked up. I was so thirsty. Cold-blooded. It's like right here. I get this for 99 cents. Big ass jug of water. I drink one of those a day so I can stay hydrated. Ooh. I think Captain Flannel said if you post the link again, he might jump on. If we're lucky, we might see Mrs. Flannel run behind him in lingerie or something. Only one can hope.
That's an ink for now.
Damn, I look like shit. Eyes are all fucking. Do I look high right now?
Yeah, you do get that eyes also
fucking. My hair's all a mess. I fucking woke up last night. One of my fucking braids popped out, and I was like, fuck. So I had to undo it and shove it all underneath my hat.
Yeah, do you think together we will be at the same place next year?
Damn, I was expecting CPN to have a lot of water for us. The way that he was fucking busting Not Slim One's balls, I thought he was gonna be fucking having tanks of water.
Ah, no. And at least not someone did have beans and watermelon out, so
Yeah.
so you can just run that.
Dude, I will. If I had to do a shout out to somebody, it would have to be that Casper dude. I've always been kind of iffy about Rock's TV, you know, because
Yeah.
it's just Trey Pounds is a cool ass dude,
Oh yeah.
and I know ICP supports them. Bob Rocks is a cool dude, but
Oh yeah.
a lot of weird fucking people with Rock's TV. But that Casper dude, he's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucker, he made like 8 trips to Walmart and shit.
Nice.
And it's like, he just walk up to me, you want something? I want a Gatorade. And that motherfucker came back with a fucking 8-pack of Gatorade. I was like, God bless you.
Mm. Yeah, because I can't remember seeing like Risk Casper, because like Casper juggled it was there too, so.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, who was it? When we were doing our Walmart trip before we went out there, we were loading up with all our shit at Walmart. I saw this ninja roll over there, and the baby aisle was literally right next to the camping section for some weird reason. And I just watched this motherfucker take his arm in and scoop a bunch of fucking generic Pedialyte into the fucking shopping cart, like 15 bottles.
Oh damn!
I was like, oh damn. I wish I had a bottle of Pedialyte. I mean, I think the biggest thing, it wasn't the drugs. It wasn't all the crazy shit that we got into at the gathering. It was the fucking heat.
Oh
now,
yeah.
Man, growing up in Texas and it being 112 outside, I can understand that, but you adapt to your environment. Now, being up here in Washington for, 14 years and just being in the fucking, it's raining every day. It's like a cool fucking 65 in the fucking wintertime, and then it'll drop down to like 32. But going out there, man, that was a different kind of heat. I wasn't used to that. Even you being a Midwest boy, you were fucking leaking sweat out there. Everybody was dying.
Oh yeah, hell, yeah, it was just like this, like too damn hot out there.
That dude that was with Scrappy Doo, the guy with the
Leonard.
Yeah, with the homemade hat, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude looked like he needed to go to the hospital. That motherfucker was so sunburned. It was like, that was some really bad shit.
How I got there like Tuesday night, like one or 2 in the morning, and met up joining Johnny, and when I first saw Leonard, he was just like passed out on whatever he was doing. He was he was like under like a blanket or something.
Yeah, that dude, he didn't stop until he blacked out and fell down. That's how that guy rolled.
Yeah, but he was a pretty good guy, and Flannel, your mech's off, so.
Oh,
that's the way Flannel rolls. He'll keep that shit off because he never knows when Miss Flannel's gonna yell some crazy shit at him.
Yeah, that's true. Mainly because my dogs are noisy. What's up?
It's amazing what a kick to the rib cage can silence those fuckers real quick.
True.
What do you got, like
shot collar?
you got 5 dogs? Are any of those actually hunt trained? You got 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has 9 dogs and one's half retarded. So he got fucking 9.5. But it's fucking. Yep. Are any of them hunt trained? You got any hounds or anything like that? You got any?
Nah, but one of them they like to chase the squirrels out in the yard, and one day they got outside the fence. The squirrel was up on top of the fence, and then we didn't see the squirrel. And one of our dogs had the squirrel, killed it. Walking around with it. The wife's got, no, he found it. I go, no, he killed it. I go, it was live just a second ago. But they chased that squirrel for a year before they finally got him. So
I'm confused.
They're not very good hunters.
when a long time ago when I was sending you a bunch of stickers and shit, I punched in your address, and when you punch in your address on the new phones, it automatically pulls up like Google Earth, like your house.
I
saw
like
your
it.
house. Yeah, you don't have like a tree. We got like 6 trees within like 10 miles of your house.
Pretty
Like
much, yeah.
where are they ground squirrels? I mean, where are they living at?
No, there's a few trees around the house, but not very many. Yeah, because I'm basically in a field. I mean,
Yeah,
there's like a field behind me, a field in front of me, and then the house next to me used to literally be a field, but they put a house there, so now it's a house. You know,
it looks like somebody had like
a field over there, basically. So I'm basically in a field. So there's
it
no
looked
trees.
like somebody had like 200 acres of farmland, and then they broke you off like 4 acres and sold it to you. Like, we're gonna sell that little piece over there.
The guy actually owned, the guy who lived here in this house. They actually own this whole block, like this whole 200 acres or whatever it was. I think it was more than that, actually.
Do you live in the original house?
Yeah. So, 1930s. It was built.
Oh,
they had a house here that burned down in the 30s, and then there's an old foundation, but there's no building, and that was a grain silo. They lived in the grain silo while they rebuilt the house. So it's been around since at least the 1930s. And then the what I call the chicken coop, which is my shop. The guy put a concrete floor in it, but it used to be all dirt, and it used to be a giant 40 by 40 chicken coop, and they raised all the chickens for all the grocery stores in the area. And then, you know, once they got older, his parents got older, they all kind of retired and quit doing that. And then his parents got sick, and he bought the land, and then he got a divorce, and he had to sell like half of it to pay her off. She got half the money, so he had to sell half the land to pay her off to keep the rest of it. And then I think he must have got in trouble or something, because he kept saying, "I ain't never coming back to Kansas," if you know what I mean. So he started selling everything off and bolting them. He ended up in Washington, actually, but he's an old biker guy. And for a month afterward, bikers would come up at the door, "Hey, where's Bob?" I was like, "He moved, brother." So he didn't tell nobody he moved, you know. So
yeah.
So it was kind of weird. And I mean, he had like a lot of stuff that indicated maybe he had a grow operation out here. But I mean, there was a lot of foil, like, you know, insulation foil, and fucking, this one room had plugins everywhere, like all around it. It was like in the attic. Like, why are this many plugins are in the attic? You know what I mean? And all these reflective panels. So
you thought you had a storm shed out there, and you go and you open it up, and it's actually a school bus that's 8 feet underneath the ground with a meth lab, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. But
yeah, fucking Heisenberg over.
He lived here. He bought it in the 90s from his grandparents, but he grew up here. His sister was born in this house and everything. So yeah, they grew up here. So it used to be a big farm, but the house is super small. We got like 2 bedrooms, and from right back here is the kitchen, but where I'm sitting used to be the outside. So they built like a little addition, and all it is a dining room and a bathroom, because this place is so old it didn't have running water. It didn't have a bathroom.
Well, I could imagine back in those times, you weren't going to spend that much time inside, because you probably had to tend to all those fucking fields out there. And Jebediah was out there busting his fucking back.
That's true. I mean, they just got done doing the fields. They were fucking doing them at night and everything last year. So,
yeah, my aunt, like, on my mom's side of the family, like, her parents, you know, I'm not bragging about the money because I'm not seeing any of it, but Grandpa started off uneducated, sweeping floors in a oil rig business, worked his way all the way up to running the machinery, became the manager, and then the owner when his sons, he didn't have any sons, and he was about to die, so he actually sold like a giant chunk to my grandpa. And my grandpa sold that company for millions, and he got all my mom's brothers and sisters all into the oil business and their husband and everything. But I have an aunt. She owns 900 acres in Texas.
Damn, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but she owns 900 acres out there, and they had this small fucking 3-bedroom house, little cottage house, which was the original house. And she had her family of 5 in there that were living in there while they built their mansion up on the hill. But when they got done building that mansion, they had this Mexican dude that they known for years. His family was in Mexico. They actually signed a contract with him where he would get that house for free and he would get 20 acres of land, but he had to sign a contract that he was going to man and work for the property. So that's what he does is, he just takes care of all their Bradford pear trees because they got like 80 acres of Bradford pear trees and they got all kinds of different shit out there. Dude's a cool guy, man. But he'll take off like
get 100 acres or more. That was always my goal, but I got 5, so better than nothing.
I mean, that's plenty, but I'm just saying I'm just trying to think what would be actually, I mean, what if I get us a free house, I get us all that acres of land and it's ours. It's my job to take care of the property and do all my shit that I have to do, and then I'd make my wife go work to get beer money and food.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. We're set.
Yeah.
We're set.
We at one time wanted to get like 50 to 100 acres and then just split it with our brother-in-law, and like put one house on one end and one house on the other end. So you still have like the full 100 acres, but you only have to pay for 50.
Yeah, I got a buddy that owns a couple hundred acres. I think it's like 400 acres in Ellensburg on the backside of federal wildlife land. And he owns a house over here because he was working on sheet metal one day, and a piece of sheet metal fell down and chopped off half of his foot. And it was like straight across like Kunta Kinte shit, like cut his foot off, and he ended up getting a blood infection, and it started to shut down his livers and his kidneys and all that.
Yeah.
And he was in the hospital, but he's healing back. He's feeling better. But in the meanwhile, he took his ranch out there and he broke it all into different portions and has it as hunting. So people are leasing it out. So he's just making bank off of that while he's over here. He's almost fully recovered. Now he's talking about going back over there, but he's like, damn, being 20 years out in the middle of nowhere and coming over here, going over there is kind of, the thought's getting kind of lonely. It's like,
I fucking hate leasing though. Leasing for hunting though, it's ruined hunting around here.
I bet
it's pretty much turning it into a yuppie sport where like nobody wants to give you permission to hunt on their land anymore because it's all leased out to other hunters.
Yeah.
So they just, I don't know, it's just stupid.
Yes, I think we've been like hunting one time.
Oh, really? I used to hunt every day when I was a kid. I'd go hunting pretty much. I don't do it that much anymore. Mainly just go fishing now.
He actually got a neighbor down the street who like hunts, and he got like a deal, and he like give us some like venison.
Yeah, it's crazy now what people will pay just to go shoot a deer. Like here in Kansas, there's people who do guide hunts and stuff like that and do leasing. People pay $3,000 to go shoot a deer. Like what in the fuck? You know, around here they're like there's everywhere. So it's just kind of mind-boggling that people pay that much to go shoot one. But it's all for Facebook pictures, basically. These guys spend $10,000 just to have a picture on Facebook saying, "Look at this lion I shot. I'm cool." You know, it's turning into a yuppie sport like everything else.
Pretty much.
It's like you got to have money to play. You know. And it didn't used to be that way. It used to be like hunters wanted you to come shoot the deers because they were ruining their crops. So you could just go get permission anywhere. But now they're like, "Oh, I'll lease you the land, and then if you get one, you pay me $500." You know, so it's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't think
no rules to it. You know, anybody can lease their land, and anybody can be a guide. You don't have to have any kind of training, anything to be a guide. So, and like the hog thing, like we never had hogs in Kansas until some rich motherfucker wanted to shoot one. So some other dumb motherfucker went and got some hogs from Arkansas and brought them up here and let them loose so that some rich guy could shoot them. And now they're fucking everywhere. You know, now they're spreading to everywhere.
You know, in Austin Powers when they're talking about blowing up the moon, and he's like, "Would you miss it? Would you miss it? Would you miss it?" That's how I feel about fucking Arkansas. Arkansas disappeared. Would you guys miss it?
That's kind of true. Nobody ever goes there to visit, even if they got family. They make their family come here.
You get it too. We all get it, but being Southern and shit, we always get the race card pulled on us for like being Southern and everything. I tell you what, I've been all over the South, and fucking Arkansas has got to be the most fucked up place I've ever been in my life. Missouri would come in number 2.
Yeah,
But,
Missouri's pretty fucked up. That's what we call it, misery.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I live in Everett, Washington, and we call it Everett because everybody here is just fucking on that heroin strong.
I mean, look at the House of a Thousand Corpses. That was in Missouri with the crazy albinos. There really are crazy ass albinos in Missouri and Ozarks. I mean, there really is. I mean, you'll see them and you're like, whoa, what the fuck is that?
I thought like the House of a Thousand Corpses as well is also based on like Ed Gein and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. House of a Thousand Corpses is that blonde in that cheerleading outfit. I hope she fucking kidnaps me and chains me up in her bedroom. Fucking.
These things are the way to go.
No, Josh, imagine that. Josh, imagine going down to your basement and got like 15 girls in kennels. You got plenty to choose from. Fucking, it's a good time. Just fucking pick one out of the kennel, drag her up the staircase, hose her off a little bit. You're fucking good to go.
You ever see that show? I think it was called Brass Ring or something, where he had the guy singing a ring at a pawn shop, and it led him to find captured or something. And they had like this guy had a pyramid of chicks.
No,
like, you wanted to be the top chick because if you were on the bottom, you were getting shit and pissed off from all the other chicks.
Damn.
This is what you're talking about. The movie called Pawn Shop.
I think it's called. Are you sure it's not called Brass Ring?
No, it's called Pawn Shop, and it's a pawn shop where the guy, it breaks into 3 different stories. You have the dude that played fucking George of the Jungle, and he plays the Elvis impersonator that, does all that shit. And then you have the dude from Lord of the Rings that is the one that's capturing all the girls and have them as a sex slave. And then you have the main character, the guy, and he's driving through, and he just left his honeymoon, and he's broke for some reason or something happened. So he goes in a pawn shop, and he ends up seeing his ex-wife's ring in there. And then it tracks back to a meth head. He tracks it back to he won it from this guy in a poker game. And then he goes and he opens up that big barn that's like fucking 15 girls stacked up in a pyramid. And I'm just like, damn.
Yep. And then he gets his girlfriend free. And she fucking has the, what do you call it? Where you fall in love with the guy, the capture thing or whatever.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say it if no one's watched it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, tell him. It's awesome.
But so he gets the girl free, and she fucking stabs his ass in the car, and fucking stabs her boyfriend and tries to run back to the guy. And at the end of the show, he released all the girls. At the end of the show, the guy's at the county fair rounding up all the girls, and they're like, "This is home with it." I'm like, damn, it's crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's a good movie, though. I say anybody.
Dude, it's a fucking good. It's one of those movies where it breaks off into. It breaks off into 4 different stories, and each story doesn't relate to each other in any type of way.
Yeah.
But they all fucking. It's hard to explain. It's just a mind fuck. It's like a horror / Vanilla Sky / comedy all slapped into one. It was fucking dope because I got that shit out of Redbox. Wasn't expecting nothing. I get home, crack open a beer. I'm like 5 beers in. I'm fucking enjoying the shit out of it. It was a good movie.
I kind of thought it was going to be a comedy when I first started watching it. I was like, nope, definitely not a comedy.
Yeah.
It's got some funny parts in it, but
I like it when he pulls into that small ass fucking country town, and I know how it is, man. When you're in the fucking dirt hole fucking town, and you pull in, and you got 2 barbershops, and he chooses that one, and he found out that he went to the other one, and he was rude to him, so he's like, "Oh, you went over to Pete's," and he fucking cut his ear a little bit. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" He sells his soul to become Elvis.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah. You were talking about Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had those girls brainwashed, man. They all just like they got loose, and then he just like, "Come on, girls," and they all just follow him back to the van. He takes them back to their shell, to their fucking cages.
Yeah. So all I watch is like murder investigation and true crime and all that shit. I'm obsessed with it, and like serial killers and all that.
You watch those
But
prison movies too, because you keep saying busted cheeks and stuff. I know that's where you got that. Watching
oh,
those
dude, I
prison
watched
podcasts.
no. What it is Locked Up.
Yeah, Locked Up or the prison
yeah.
show or whatever. Yeah.
No. So it's what's it called?
I can't think of what it's called either. It's got the big
Fresh
guy.
Out. No, Fresh Out.
He just did a
Fresh
thing
Out
where
was
was he the one that interviewed the guy who was cellmates with Psycho Sam?
Yeah. So it's Fresh Out with Big Herc, big old black guy. Yeah, so he did 15 years in the federal penitentiary for bank robbery, and now he gets out and he interviews convicts, and they just tell like crazy war stories and shit. I don't know why I like the shit. I
don't either. I like hearing it.
I mean, I have no criminal background. I'm a good dude, but I like that shit. So I
movies are always big, so people are interested in it. I mean, look how big Oz was. You know.
Well, I never got into Oz, but I mean, if you want to talk about the movie Felon or the movie Shot Caller, or was it Shawshank Redemption, Prison Break? I mean, all that shit was big.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching it.
Was in a prison movie. I can't remember what it was called. That was a good one too, actually.
But that Stockholm syndrome, that shit isn't like so. This 13-year-old girl gets kidnapped by this crazy guy, and his crazy girl that he found a chick to follow him around and called him like his girlfriend and everything, and he lived out in the woods. He goes and kidnaps this 13-year-old girl, rapes her, has her follow around. They move from Utah down to LA. They wander the streets. He calls himself Jesus and all that. And he had this girl for fucking 2 or 3 years, moves back to her hometown and is like walking around there with her. And she actually passing by people she knows, but she wears a robe and she didn't say nothing. It would have took her 2 fucking seconds to say, hey, it's me. And that guy wouldn't have done jack shit because some country boy just knocked him out. But it's fucking, but she ended up escaping and everything. She wrote a book and did like a big documentary on it and everything. But I don't know. She just got so hypnotized by that guy like Charles Manson and all those other guys. They just sink them in.
Yeah, sounds messed up.
Hey, Josh, you need to kick Flannel. He's doing drugs in your stream.
That's cool with me, so.
As he takes the vape hit.
Oh, that's just regular vapor. This got
done showing us a joint.
Yeah, here. Hold this, Captain Flannel. I'm gonna disappear for 30 minutes.
Man, you did that at least 15 times to me. Like, what the?
I promised myself I wasn't gonna get fucked up that night. I was just,
That night, I never saw you sober the whole gathering. What are you talking about that night?
I know, Lord Joe's like, I don't understand your dialect.
Yeah.
I don't know, you get like my southern accent with like the thick Irish in me and then fucking the drunkenness and you can't understand a fucking word I'm saying.
Yeah, you sound like Big Will a little bit at times. Towards the end of the night. We just make up a few words.
I kept going though, I never stopped.
Yeah. Got scolded by Sister Hatchet for throwing fireworks in the crowd.
No, I was shooting fireworks at the crowd.
She was just on point because she had one tip over and catch her thing on fire.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
A mortar shell tipped over and went right at her and hit her. I was like,
no, I had it timed out. I had it pretty good. I had it like the Roman candle, and it was pew. And no, actually, I was shooting the little bottle rockets out of my beer bottle, and they were shooting off. And I was having it where it was getting at least a good 2.5 feet above the people's head before it popped. And I had the science worked out and everything. The math was good. And she came over and tore me a new fucking ass. And what are you supposed to say when Sister Hatchet's yelling at you? You can't say shit, so you just have to say, okay, I'm sorry. And as soon as she walks away, just get him again.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Yeah, that was the last night too. It was when right after ICP played their final song, an hour and a half later, I was at the airport getting checked by fucking security.
Damn. Man, you guys had to book it there, huh?
Yeah, we had to. Yeah, it was pretty much. We jumped in Blake's truck. I jumped in Blake's truck like 15 minutes ahead before he was going. He starts the truck and then he gets out, and Casper beat up Siznak. And
I was there when that took place.
yeah, Casper beat up Siznak and he ran off crying. And we all jumped on Blake's truck, and then we drove to the Bender Boys site. I jumped off, hugged as many people as I could see around me, and then we hoofed it by foot up to the car. I can't remember if we jumped on the trolley or if we hooked it by but anyways, we got to the car, we drove to the hotel. Kyle and Chronic showered, and then I was asleep when we left the gathering to get to the hotel. Then I went in the hotel, I laid on the bed, fell asleep while they were showering, and fell asleep on the way to the airport. And I just remember waking up, reaching in, grabbing the 2 cartridges of weed that I still had, and handed them to Tori. And I was like, "Here, you can have these." And I was like, "Can't take them on the plane with me." And went in there, and then fucking security took my backpack and they took me off to the side. And I had one of those tight, the backpacks where you can restrict it all down and shit. And I had a Dr. Fago on the very bottom of the can. So
there's a liquid they got you, huh?
Yeah, they had to confiscate it. Some juggalo, like fucking 3 searches over, "Can I drink it?"
Nice. Yeah, we left it like, I don't know, right before the CPN thing happened, I guess. But we got back to the hotel. It was like 4 a.m. We're like, there's no way we're gonna make it to check out. So we're like, let's just stay an extra day. And sure enough, man, we didn't wake up till fucking 6 or 7 the next day. Mm-hmm. We just chilled at the hotel and then left the next morning.
Yeah, so Captain Flannel and Mrs. Flannel really used that hotel room.
Oh yeah, I tore that bitch up.
Yeah.
There's spots on the ceiling and everywhere.
What you got to do is when you're in the hotel bed, you know they're going to change the sheets. You know they have to wipe down everything, but they never do anything to those curtains that are bolted to the wall. So you just go and wipe your shit on the curtain, and then it's there forever, you know?
Come back next time. It's all crusty.
That's smooth.
Yeah, I know on the way from Mommy back home, I know I dozed off.
Who'd you ride there with, Josh?
Megan, sister. So.
Yeah, Megan was a cool girl.
Oh, yeah, I like her. She's dope.
Oh, yeah, I gotta say, Megan, Cole, and that Casper dude from Rocks TV were like the main suppliers of the Juggernaut Campground. They made so many trips to fucking Walmart.
Oh yeah.
I mean, from the moment I stepped on the grounds, I never left until the shit was over. I was like, you want to go to Walmart and get a breather? No, I'm good.
Yeah, we brought back what we could every time. We just brought back a cooler full of fucking water. No one wanted the Gatorade at first.
Ooh, let me ask you this, Captain.
They started drinking it by the end, though.
I know you didn't get to experience that much of it because you disappeared for a while, but how do you feel about, because Josh straight up got there, how do you feel about the hotel party at that hotel that we had compared to being at the grounds and parking lot partying the night before?
Man, I don't know. They were both pretty fun.
I know, because everybody keeps giving me shit saying that I'm a faggot because I was at the hotel instead of being at the fucking parking lot party.
Yeah, we almost didn't. The only real reason why I went to the parking lot party and didn't just stay at the hotel is because the old lady had never seen it before. And I was like, well, you got to see the parking lot party. It's a whole world by itself.
Because that's when because once the gathering gets going, everybody's spread out in their own little cliques and shit. But at the parking lot party, you're crammed together. You're fucking right in somebody's face.
And of course, she had to go to the bathroom. I was like, I don't know if I would if I was you. The parking lot party porta potties are pretty bad.
Yeah.
And sure enough, she come back. The fucking things are disgusting. I go, yeah, you gotta think everybody's here in one spot right now, all pooping in the same spot.
I know, but that's when you have her put her back against the bumper and you hold both of her hands and then you make sure nobody's looking while she's popping a squat. Yep. Come on now.
She tried to do that. She tried to she was trying to pee like right over a field across the Bender boys. And luckily, not Slim let her fucking use his bathroom when she was drunk. She's like, I'm just gonna pee right here.
Dude,
I'm like, dude, everyone can see you.
I walked into a porta potty and watched a girl taking a stand-up piss. I was like, number one, you didn't lock the porta potty. Number two, you're standing up while pissing. You were gangster as fuck. And to back out.
She was hovering. She wasn't gonna sit down on that shit probably.
Don't big one.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, that's a secret that a lot of men don't know. And when you work in the customer service business and you have to see it once in a while, women piss on the toilet seat a lot because they do that hovering shit, or they jump up too quick and they splash the seat and they don't wipe that shit off. They just walk out.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
Some of their bathrooms are pretty nasty.
Men's bathrooms are bad too, man. It's like a whole entire procedure. I mean, you have to wipe down the toilet with hand sanitizer, put like 15 of those little tissues and wad up one and drop it in the toilet so you don't get the backsplash, you know? You gotta be well protected. Well, now I know how it is to go to the gathering and that's all you talk about when you see everybody.
Pretty much. That's why I don't think they're ever ended, because it just keeps everything going, really. In the gathering.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to a Juggalo weekend. I mean, it's I have at least 10 people I know in LA that'll let me stay with them for free. It's gonna cost me $200 for a plane ticket round trip. So
isn't it crazy? That's how much my plane ticket is from here.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm moving 9 days after I would get back from Juggalo weekend.
Oh shit! Where are you guys moving to?
I'm moving to Spokane.
Oh yeah, that's right. What happened to moving to Idaho or whatever?
So we're gonna move to Spokane. We're gonna rent. I'm gonna get my work established, and then we're gonna buy a house. People don't realize Spokane is like Kansas City. It's on the border with Idaho and fucking Washington.
Oh no shit! I've been to Spokane. Yeah. I just don't remember much about it.
Yeah, it's funny because you've been over here in my hometown fishing and everything, and then you've been over to Spokane. It's like you've been all through my hood, bro.
Yeah, I like that little town we went fishing at, Monroe or whatever it's called.
I was born in Monroe State Hospital in 1991.
That's crazy.
You graduated high school that year.
Yep, 92. I graduated in 92, so yeah, pretty much. That's crazy.
And I'm still waiting on child support, motherfucker.
Never happened.
Damn, it says we have 68 new comments in the chat, but it's not letting me look at any of them.
Why's that?
Oh no. Here, I'll leave and come back in.
StreamYard's being goofy.
I'll be right back.
All right. Sorry to hear that video.
Boom.
Can you see the chat now?
Yeah, we got him now. Yeah, fucking actually, they're all talking about the bathroom. That is kind of true about the bathroom. I watched that shit on a Family. Is that Family Feud where they go up and they have to stand at the booth and name items that could possibly be behind like the 5 or 6 options that'll flip over?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they named like a fun fact, and they said when you put the paper down on the toilet seat, it's actually just as bad as sitting on a fucking raw toilet seat. I don't know. I'm one of those guys like where I have to drink filtered water because I don't like drinking tap water. I mean, I'll drink it. I mean, I was drinking out of the hose at the gathering, but you know, if I can drink clean water, I want to drink clean water. And then public restrooms, I'm not a very big fan of.
I grew up drinking well water, so I'll drink about anything.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? But it's just as like a grown man, you work hard and you can afford to do certain stuff. I just don't like the thought of walking around with some man's urine on my butt cheeks. You know, it's just. Are those lokes or just normal?
Yeah, those looks actually.
God
They were-
damn it! I got.
They were a
So,
score. I was so happy when I found these. Like I hadn't seen nothing like that. I was like, oh,
fuck it. I'm not gonna be that guy to pull down the briefcase, but I got fucking 9 pairs of lokes right there, and then I got my white lokes out in the car. Yeah. Well, you went and bought 2 of the same pair.
Well, these are more like the surfer style, the traditional style, whatever.
Yeah.
And these are more
Yeah,
like
those are like
Oakley-ish or what, or like regular
Oh
looks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are your fishing glasses, and those are your chilling glasses.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, usually I have the yellow lenses for fishing so I can see through the water.
Oh shit! I think I'm about to get kicked out of Discord.
Uh-oh. Which one?
The Bender Naughty Necessary Evil just tagged everybody and said, if you don't like wrestling, get the fuck out of this Discord. Well, the funny thing is,
AWE or AEW is pretty good. I watched that with them last time.
bro, I wrestled in high school. I wrestled from 6th grade all the way to my 2nd year in 9th grade. Yeah, I got held back twice, but it's fucking. But yeah, I wrestled, and I was state champion twice. I was city champion 4 times.
Damn.
But
Yeah,
I've never been into wrestling.
Yeah, was going to ask you if it was any good, but never mind.
Yeah, I wrestled 127, and then I got up to 150, and then went up to 175. And I mean, I don't know.
Damn, yeah, I had buddies that wrestled. Wrestling was big in our schools, but I just never did it. I don't know why.
I'll tell you what.
Like, most of the people that like that kind of wrestling weren't really fans of WWF or anything like that.
Well, it wasn't that. It's just, I don't know. I know they're entertained by the storylines, the characters, the costumes, the moves. Like, I mean, when a 340-pound man is picking up a 280-pound man over his head and throwing him fucking 15 feet.
To me,
it's pretty fucking dope, but it's more of like acrobatics and shit to me,
It used to be more relatable, the people were just like, Andre Giant, just freaks of nature and shit like that. And it wasn't all like pretty boys and stuff. It was like most of the guys look like either your uncle or your dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Hacksaw Jim Duggins. There's always, there was a few rip guys like Ravish and Rick Rude and stuff, but it wasn't like everybody looked like that. Like everybody has to be now.
Yeah.
And it's like just makes it less real, I guess, even though it's all fake. But still,
So now Brooklyn wants to know if your wife gets happy when she drinks.
When she drinks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Depends on how much she drinks, I guess, and if she's pissed at me or not.
Listen, my wife wants to go to the gathering next year, and I'm telling her I'm not taking the gathering. She's like, "Why?" And I'm like, because I know what's going to happen after day 2.
You've seen it, huh?
Yeah. No, I said I just know what's going to happen. I mean, Mrs. Flannel hung in fucking strong, but you just have to think.
Yeah.
She works. She has her nice group of friends that she's close with. She comes home, spends a lot of time with her husband. She lives on fucking 5 acres of land, absolutely 20 minutes from a gas station in the middle of nowhere.
She just kept saying, "This is a lot. This is a lot to take in."
She gets stuck in front of a 250-pound man showing his butthole, and people spraying soda on each other and doing cocaine off everybody. It was a lot to take in.
Well, the yelling offensive shit's a lot to take in for people that aren't used to it. To me, it's funny. People yelling this crazy shit at you, but to her, it's like, man, fuck these guys. But she did show her butthole, so I'll give her credit for that.
Oh.
She was drunk and someone said, "Show your butthole," and she went right to it.
You were a bastard that one night. I felt bad because I think it was the first night. I think you went on a mission, and Mrs. Flannel was there. And I rolled up the Bender Boys site, and I got off, and I think I was kicking it with KJ and George, and it was you, Evil, and you, Siznak, and Evil disappeared for a long ass time, and it's just I would walk past your woman. I would walk past your woman sitting in a lawn chair about every 20 minutes, she'd ask me, "You know where Flannel is?" I was like, "He's probably down at the concert. He'll be around. You're all right. You need anything?" "No, I'm good."
She didn't want. The thing was, she didn't want to walk. So that's another thing.
Oh.
If your wife doesn't like walking or whatever, so she would always just, "I'll just stay at the camp." Well, then I would be gone for like 2-3 hours, and she'd be like,
She walked.
Yeah, she walked sometimes, but not that much.
She walked. She got up. She walked 5 steps to the ice chest and cracked open a beer and sat back down. And she walked.
Yeah, that one time she didn't even want to walk back to the car. She's like, "Let's just fucking sleep in the tent." I go, "No, I'll take you back to the hotel." It's because she didn't want to walk. But it was a lot of walking, and it is a lot to take in. I probably should have took her to like ACG Con or something instead.
You should have took her to a clown show first, you know?
Yeah, or something. Yeah, ease her into it.
That's what I told my wife. I said, "You go to a clown show and tell me how you want to be around 20,000 of us and see how that works out."
Yeah, good idea.
It's true. Yeah, it just takes a certain type to want to be around a bunch of juggalos, I guess. I don't know. Me, I love it. I love everything about it. I mean, I love everything about the gathering and everything,
You know what's funny? The horror stories that you hear about the gathering, and then you actually get there, and it's not like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just, like I said, we just like to do random stupid shit and yell random stupid shit at each other. That's basically what it is. I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh
really
yeah.
not that bad.
No, I can trust me. I watch people get knocked out at the gathering, and I got my couple of tussles. Shit happens, but nothing. There was no grudges, but it happens. You mix a lot of alcohol, and you get people together. I mean, I had some dude that I punched this dude in the chest during Ritz on the first day because he came up behind me and he decided to grab each one of my braids and try to milk me like that. And I turned around, it was fucking pulling on my hair, dude. It was fucked up. It's like me going up and slapping the back of your bald head out of nowhere and you don't know me. You're going to probably turn around and fucking hit me.
That happened to my buddy at a bar one time. He has long hair and he had it in a ponytail. And he's just sitting at the bar and some random guy just come by and goes like this, grabs his fucking ponytail. My buddy just turns straight around and fucking grabs the guy and puts him in a chokehold. I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck's going on?" I didn't know what was going on. The guy goes, "Oh, sorry, I thought you was Fred. I didn't know." He thought he was somebody else. And the girl at the bar goes, "Yeah, you do look like the other guy." But,
I know I'm pretty and I got long hair, but don't pull my shit, man.
He was like, "Some dude just grabbed my hair. I know who the fuck he was." I was like, "Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd snagged him up too." But yeah, people do stupid shit. You got to put them in their place sometimes, like that fucking tripping dude last year.
You know who I saw at the gathering that I wanted to confront, but I didn't have anybody around me that could back up the info? Is I saw that fucking Torxton guy.
No way, was he there?
Yeah, I saw the Torxton guy at the gathering, and he was at the Juggernaut show, but he stayed way in the back. But that fucker, it took him like, I remember we were all teasing Chronic about hounding him about it, but it took him like 4 months to get Chronic his jewelry. But I know that there's 3 other people in the Juggernaut that put out $120 orders for necklaces, and he sent the wrong one to one of them, and the other 2 haven't received their shit, and then he just disappeared.
Damn. He does live streams on Instagram every once in a while, but it's usually when he's going to that girl's house.
Yeah,
I think that's what the problem is. He's all obsessed with her and in that whatever the fuck love triangle or whatever the hell they got going on. I don't even know. But something's going on, and he just like he's fucking lost in all that.
Skeletor's sake, because I don't give a fuck. He was a cool ass dude. Like, I let him run the Indiana street team. Everything was cool. He was making jewelry. He was kicking it with Ouija Mac. Everything was solid. And then I know that he had a ex-girlfriend that had an addiction. He got back with her. And then next thing I know, because he was originally, he was going to pick me up from the airport. I was going to stay 2 days at his house. Mm-hmm. I was going to go, he had a tent for me. I was going to go with him. Kyle came out of the blue and helped me out. God bless Kyle and everything. But Torxton started acting fucking shady. Then he wasn't answering my messages. Then like he would call me when he's at a gas station off of Wi-Fi in Indiana, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find another way to get to the gathering. So I did that. But the dude, I don't know, he jiffed a bunch of people in fucking jewelry, and he needs to hit them back, man. That's be a man of your word. Because I mean,
Yeah, he keeps saying it, like whenever I see his live. I saw a live a while back, and he says he's doing good and working and all this stuff. But who knows?
I don't know. It just always made me wonder when somebody's out there in their garage at 4:30 in the morning banging on fucking pieces of metal for 6 hours. What the fuck are they doing?
I like the guy, so I ain't gonna put him on blast. But I think we both know what he's up to.
I know. I'm not putting him. But goddamn it, Captain Flannel. If let's say that I owed fucking 3 of your homies money and shit. Yeah, he owes people money, man. You got to pay your shit, man. It's been over a year, man. Over a year.
I didn't know about all that shit. Yeah. These jewelry guys, man, they're shady. I mean, there was some alligator Jesus scandal last year, so.
Yeah.
Oh, can you? Sorry, Josh.
It's my first time I heard anything bad about Torsten or something.
No, Torsten was a cool guy, man. He was offering the world to me, but then he just
kind of disappeared.
If you made a Tales of Lotus Pod jersey and I bought a jersey from you for $100 and it's 5 months later and you still haven't sent me that shit and you're not answering my phone calls, I'm gonna be upset with you, Josh.
Of course.
But what happened with Alligator Jesus, Captain?
Yeah.
He was there was something on Facebook where even a psychopathic would fuck with him for a while. Apparently he was ripping people off by people would send in their silver jewelry to get cleaned. He would make a fake copy of some cheaper metal and send it back to him. And then a couple people said he like never sent it back or something like that. When silver or gold was high, he was doing it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. I can't remember the whole story like it was last year, but I remember everyone quit fucking with him for a while there.
Yeah, I didn't even know who Alligator Jesus was until Maximum took that picture with him and the whole gang and everything. And
I didn't know really either until DCG Con, and everyone goes, "Oh, he's the guy who makes the Hatchet Mans." And I'll be honest, man.
Oh, there she is. Hey.
And Ryan brought this up. His work's not all that great. I mean, at least some of the stuff I seen wasn't very finished and shit. And I was like, "Oh man, why does everybody like this guy? This shit's really not that great." But it's whatever.
I mean,
he was like the exclusive guy making the Hatchet Men for a while, and I don't think he is anymore because of that scandal. So,
all my chains are in the back. I think I got 4 chains, and this one I paid like $40 for, but I had it cut out myself to this guy and everything, but he no longer does it, and it fucking pisses me off and everything because I went through Psychopathic and their chains are cool and shit, but they change colors and they fucking break easy. I mean, I break chains easy, like quick. I mean, I rip up Carhartt pants and shit, but I had my dude cut this out online, and I know
you get one like I had, you won't break that chain. I got like can't remember what the cut is, but it's like a square almost, but it's fucking thick.
Yeah, I just had my shit made, but I know Big Clown did theirs for Tales of Lotus Spot. But if anybody in the chat knows where somebody else can make chains, let me know. Because I want to get an order in. I can promise you.
Yeah, but once Big Clown made was like great quality and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he moved. It was Big Clown, but he moved, so he can no longer do them. But I know. I've tried. I mean, I've tried to find people to do it for me. I bet you, if I went out and found somebody to laser cut some fucking fat ass fucking Juggernauty ones, I could probably line them up for like $60 a piece. I could probably sell them to at least 10 people within 3 days. I mean, you guys would eat that shit up. A big ass fucking just door knocker on your chest and shit.
Hell yeah.
Captain Flannel would have to buy 2, one for himself and Squeegee Mac.
Yep, true. I've been trying to find a golden squeegee, but I haven't found one yet. Or a silver one, I guess would be fine.
What's what's his name? Goddamn, I don't want to ruin the fucking whole entire thing, but Escoban's whole entire getup that he does.
The BMM job?
Yeah.
I
I was at the benefit concert, and I'm such a square. I didn't realize that was Esteban. And some guy grabbed my arm and tried to color on me with a marker, and I was like, "Don't fucking touch me, dude!" And then he's like, "Oh, here." I was like, "Oh, it's Esteban." I was like, "Oh, here, draw on my hand." I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, pretty much being no jobs like retired.
Huh.
Yeah, I got his autograph.
We should bring him out of retirement and do a super group with him, Squeegee Mac, and Twizzler Todd.
Well, if he does want it back, I got the mask and the hat, so he'll have.
Oh, nice! Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to do it, being out of time, I would have to.
We should have had Bing Rap Battle Cyrax.
It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up because I remember that shit, man. It was the most funniest thing. It was is when the internet clicked in with reality.
Yeah.
Shit. So all the Bender boys roll in, and they go over and they set up their own lawn chairs, and they sit in fucking Ryan Johnson and his whole time. They take over his campground, so they're sitting in their chairs. Plus, they brought their own chairs, and they're just dropping all their trash on the ground and shit. And then fucking that whole entire thing happened with CPN and Wolf and Siznak yelling at Ryan. He's getting his little bitch slaps and everything. Well, before all that went down, Escobar went in there to go change. He comes out. Next thing you know, he puts on the speaker. He's trying to do his whole entire routine, and they're over there slapping Ryan, and we're over there yelling and shit, and everything's just in disorder. He doesn't know exactly what's going on.
I got there pretty much right after it, right when Wolf walked across.
Yeah.
Oh, is that when he was going?
Dude, I thought he was going to die. I had my water. I gave him my water because he looked so rough. I mean, he literally looked like he was going to die.
He sat down next to me.
He's lucky they didn't actually get in a fight. It fucking would have. He would have had a heart attack or something, probably.
Yeah, really.
He said he has one good fight left
Or
in him.
He had to run after him. That would have been funny. See Wolf run after somebody.
I think a lot of people at the gathering this year learned, there's a lot more to. If somebody slaps you in the face or does you or punks you out like that, there's so much respect and fight back. Even if you're gonna get knocked the fuck out, at least fight back so they can say he tried. That you get respect. But this was the year of sit there and take it. I watched so many fucking people just fucking take it this year. And it was like, damn.
In that situation, what are you supposed to do? You got like 15 people out there wanting to smack you. You're supposed to just jump out and fight all 15 of them? I mean, I probably would.
I would jump out and fight the one I would jump out and fight the one that's coming next to me. And, if they all jumped on me, it's all on camera. And it just proves that everybody was a bunch of cowards.
I'd have been reaching around my fucking seat for my flashlight or something if it would have been that many people.
I don't know.
Someone's getting their head cracked. Straight up.
I think I'd rather fight Wolf.
If I got more than one person trying to jump me, someone's getting their head cracked.
Well, does that mean it's
I'll rock at you? I'll fucking scratch you in the eye. I'll kick you in the nuts. I don't give a fuck. It's 2 against 1.
Exactly.
That's not fair, right there. So
No.
all bets are off.
But if one person is on piles and shit, then that's like jumping 2 people at the same time.
Yeah, true.
They're double jacked up.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan should have just got out, pushed Wolf down on the ground, and then hit Siznak in the nuts, and then it would have just been dominant. Jump shot would have slid across the hood, just ding, ding, it would have been over with.
Becklin would have recorded it all.
And then waited 9 months to release it.
Yeah, at least 9 months. How long you got ECG footage?
Did you see what Brooklyn said he's going to do? At the 21st gathering, he's bringing a projection screen to show us the footage of last year's gathering. It's going to be dope as fuck.
He should do that. That'd be funny.
I get what he's doing, though. He took so many,
he's a damn perfectionist. He wants it to look right. So.
I'm high as fuck, and I'm sitting there drunk, and he's like, Skeletor, come here. I want you to stand on this jumping cart and jump off and flip the towel off you and turn this way and do this. And I'm like, damn. And he's doing that to everybody, so when he comes out, he's gonna have so many effects on it and all kinds of different shit.
I can't wait to see where he got when I threw that pack of fireworks and made CPN dance.
Dude, I got that.
It's fucking hilarious.
I watched you on 3 different videos. You were actually the first person to crack open fireworks at the gathering.
Yep.
I watched it. Besides a couple little bottle rockets there, I got you in video footage. I'm standing over your shoulder when you throw that big pack of black cats into Ouija Max set.
Yeah, that was
but
awesome.
also, yeah, Replicon got it, Fago Lovers got it, and this other Juggalo site got it, and they all got you on there. So
nice.
it's cool.
Yeah.
They got you lighting fireworks, and they got me. I had some good hang time on that fucking crowd surf there.
Yeah, you did. I think it was Ouija Mac where you're like, I'm going up, and you just went.
I didn't say I was going up.
I lost track of you. I don't know where you ended up. But you
No,
were going for a journey.
I never said I was going up. When Violent George grabbed me by my forearm, Fat Jesus grabbed me by the other arm, and then fucking somebody else grabbed me, and they said, "You're going up." I didn't have a choice, so I was like, "Fat Jesus, take my wallet, cell phone, and backpack. I'll be back when I can make it." And they fucking lifted me up. I'm throwing up the naughty. And it's like I had some good hang time. I'm tall and lanky, so I spread out. They would get me. I'm like, I was still up. I was like, hell yeah. And then boom, you slide off the security guy's shoulder and you hit that fucking hard plywood on the ground, and you're like, oh shit. And then you get up and they kind of shove you out of the way, and it's like, okay, that was fun. Fucking okay.
Yeah, I've never really crowd surfed. I'm too big for that shit.
No, I was pissed off. I wanted to fucking. I was down. I was drunk as fuck. I was feeling good in Ghost Main, and I was like, I wanted to crowd surf, and I ran up because you know how Juggernaut Camp was. We were literally on the side of the stage. I tried to run up on it. Nobody would fucking lift me up, dude. They were all being so fucking gay. I was mad too.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
People, I don't know, man. Moshing and crowd surfing nowadays, some of these motherfuckers don't have a clue what they're doing. Me and Casper tried to put this guy up at least 4 times. He just couldn't get it. And then, like, I don't know, when I used to started going to show, all the pits were close. Like if a pit started, it would just be like this, blah 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 blah. Now a pit starts and everybody spreads out. You know what I mean?
50-yard run.
Yeah.
Get him.
Then it ends up being like 3 people in a giant hole. You know, but before it would be like a whole. Everybody, like someone would bump into you, you bump into them, blah blah. You know, it kept tight, and it was always more fun that way. To me, anyway. And the fucking karate kicking, everybody used to do that, but we used to fucking knock the shit out of those guys. If we saw somebody in the pit doing karate kicks, it was like everyone would size them up and be waiting at the edge of the pit. And fuck, as soon as the beat dropped, they run in and knock the guy who was doing the karate kicks down.
Yeah, I had this little bastard put me in a chokehold during fucking Butcher Babies. Fat Jesus came and rescued me.
Oh, is that the guy who kicked the head?
No, yeah, it's fucking. There was what was it? Me and Fat Jesus went in there because like Butcher Babies, they were okay, but for some reason that crowd was fucking lit. Like they were going at it hard in that mosh pit. Like the mosh pit video that I got of Butcher Babies is the most viewed video I have on my YouTube channel. It's like 1,800 views.
Damn.
But it has them like ground moshing and shit where they roll on top of each other and stuff.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're fighting at first. So it actually might be clickbait, but you know. Anyways, we're sitting there and this guy who was like he's a little stout guy. He was that muscled up guy that was in the crowd that was running around. Mm-hmm. And he was slamming into everybody. And he fucking checked this girl fucking hella hard on the ground. He was just being a bully. And then Fat Jesus was getting kind of upset, and he's like, I might have to go deal with this. And I was like, hold my beer. And I ran out there like a bitch, and I blindsided this guy, and he fell, and he skid on his face. And then I dipped back into the crowd, and he didn't know who did it. And he got up. He was hella mad. And I come over, I take a sip of my beer, and then I was like, I'm going to do it again. And he like came, and he was more angry and being more aggressive, and I broadsided again. But when he hit the ground, he slid on his back, and he saw me. And that's when he got up and he ran at me and he fucking took a swing at me, and I ducked and I grabbed him and I picked him up and I slammed him. But when I slammed him, he managed to get me in a fucking choke.
Damn.
And he's choking me, so I just start body punching him. And then his other friend comes and grabs me, and all of it, I feel like this wetness shit on my face, and I hear a boom where his head knocked into mine. Jesus kicked this dude in the fucking face, and I had his blood on my fucking face.
Nice.
This is like, some good shit.
Would they just stop after you kicked him in the head?
No, I mean, it wasn't even that big of a deal. It was pretty much I checked him twice. He took a swing at me. I slammed on the ground. And he got me in a headlock. And then his friend jumped in. Fat Jesus kicked that dude. And then all of a sudden, you had fucking 30 juggalos on us, pulling us apart.
Damn.
You know how juggalos are. They're not gonna let it get past 2 punches before they break it up, unless it's on like some. Unless you're on some still and shit.
Try to break fights up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
usually it's not whatever they're fighting about. It's not worth it.
No.
You know, somebody spilled a beer on you. Oh, big fucking deal! You're at a concert. You know what I mean? Get over it.
I blame it on intoxication levels. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes you might meet a dude. He might be the coolest guy in the world. Next day, he might be really fucked up, being a dick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, we all met D Lyrical.
Yeah.
He fell into my fucking tent.
Damn.
Who did? Delirious?
Yeah.
Did he fuck it
He's
up?
drunk as shit. No, he just fell into me. He stumbled at the Juggernaut campground. He was so fucking drunk.
Yeah, he fucking I guess Necessary Evil had to babysit him one night.
I was there with them, and he kept calling me Ghost Man.
Yeah, that's a good example, I guess, because he's about the nicest guy ever when he's sober.
Yeah.
I wish I would have met the sober D Lyrical.
Oh, you never even seen him yet?
No, he was I watched him get turned down by Violent J. Violent J, he went up and like tried to like show Violent J some love out the car and everything of the van that was pulling up, and Violent J fist bumped him, and then like he went back to shake his hand at their exchange of words. Jay shook his head no, and then just drove off without doing anything to him. He turned around, he was hella sad. It was just like,
That's
well,
crazy.
he was going around telling people that he's the third clown and shit. I was like, I don't know about that.
That's fucking in bad taste.
Yes, it is.
I'm the intelligence. Oh man, I'm a bad dad. I bust into all my daughter's fucking snacks and shit. Little unicorns.
Oh. So that's Sifian.
I didn't see his performance. I don't know. Becklin said he saw him before the performance and said he didn't think D Lyrical was going to be able to perform.
Well,
I didn't know.
The benefit concert was a
concert.
The benefit concert was a weird deal because it was like there was hella people there at first, but you had to think like while we were doing the benefit concert, people were driving by with all their luggage strapped on their car, trying to get situated. Like people were just making it to the gathering, and there was a good portion, but it seems like after Maximum went, there was like some dead air for a while, and then I know when D Lyrical and Trey Pound showed up, a lot of people had already went on their ways.
Yeah, I pretty much stayed for a few minutes after Max and then went back to go get the old lady because she was up in the car cooling off.
Well, D Lyrical and Trey Pound ended up showing up late anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, they did. Yeah.
And I had talked to D about it before, like way before, because we were actually going to do it where we had it set up to where he was going to be scheduled to not go on like at 5:30. You know, and play to 6 because people go be going to fucking main stage. So it's like we'll schedule just slightly earlier or whatever. And then they didn't show up.
Yeah, it sucks he does show up.
I mean, he did show up, just he showed up late.
Oh, yeah.
Is it 8:30?
Yeah, no, Brooklyn, you're right. I was back there and I just hear the music starting and I go, what the fuck? And D Lyrical's starting to perform. I'm like, okay.
That's weird. I did see a little bit of Suicide. When did he go on? Was it before or after Max?
He went on right after Max.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
Yeah, the last 4 was supposed to be Suicide, Max, Trey Pound, D Lyrical. Or no, Max Suicide Trey Pound dealer.
Max definitely had
Yeah, Max did put on a great performance.
Yeah, he's getting better at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I would say that fucked up his performance was me. But the amazing thing is Brooklyn and fucking Rocks TV both cut that part out.
Right.
Fucking I'm sitting there.
I want to see that part though.
Yeah, Maximum's about to go on stage and shit. And then Wolf comes over and hands us this big ass banner. And like he's starting his first song and he's like, go hang this up right now. And then everybody's like demanding us to hang it up. So like we go out there in the middle of him performing his first song and trying to hang up this fucking banner that's too big for the fucking stage. And we have nothing, but luckily I had brought zip ties and shit in my backpack. So I'm fucking up there trying to zip tie it. And it was the first time for me to ever look at this banner. So we unfolded it backwards on the stage. So everybody together starts chanting, "You fucked up," while Max is trying to rap his first song. And I'm just like, fuck, this is not good. And then they start booing. And then Max is like, cut that shit out. And then everybody got quiet. And then finally we got it up there and everything. And then it looked good. And I mean, everything was good. But I got some good video footage from it.
Max has a very commanding presence.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why we all bow down to Max and suck his balls like everybody thinks we do.
Pretty much. I mean, oh, you were kidding. Yeah. Funny joke. Yeah.
First time I ever met him at the gathering, he's on the back balcony at the hotel and he has people handing him cigarettes and beer and he's talking on speakerphone. It's just like a Dawn over there in the corner. Come to me, come, give me a hug. And I hear CPN storms up in the hotel at like 1 a.m. being an asshole to everybody.
Oh.
Well, of course.
I don't even know why you stopped by the hotel. If I was you out there making that. Oh no, never mind. You got a rental car, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I flew into Indianapolis and I rented a car.
I was like, if you drove, I would be like, fuck everybody. I'll see you on opening day.
Right.
I can see that.
Yeah, I almost ended up late too because there was an issue with takeoff and we took off like 40 minutes late. But I had a connection flight, but the connection flight was like an hour. So obviously it's gonna cut down on time. And I'm like, fuck, like when we land, like I have to find where I'm at. It's probably gonna take a long time to get there, and I'm all scared and shit. But luckily, the gate to my connection flight was 5 gates up for me. So
I know. Ain't that the truth, Brooklyn? Suicide performs everywhere. I don't know how they do it, but they're on everything.
Yep.
They get around. I just don't know. I understand the Bender Boys and the Baller Sites. That was a decent location. It was right down the hill. It wasn't even a hard hill to walk up. You're right at main stage. Going to second stage was a little bit of a bitch, but they always took a pickup truck when they went down there. But those ninjas that camped way up there were like Suicide and all them camped like way up by the fucking box office and shit. That was a retarded trip on foot. Why would you want to fucking catch the trolley and have to go all the way around the opposite side before you get to main stage? It was
Right.
I think those ninjas were scared. They were scared to camp up in the heat.
Wasn't even that hot.
Yeah. What about the ones that had that pavilion right up top, right when you first walked in, at the top of that one hill? They were like pretty much out in nowhere land. Nobody went back up that fucking hill. Trust me.
Yeah, but that little miniature stage, I remember riding by on the golf cart and shit, and that little miniature stage that they rented out, there was like 2 guys performing on there and like 3 people in the crowd. I'm like, nobody's gonna fucking come up here. Fuck, man, you better be hosting like the Miss Juggalette contest or something.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I walked that hill one time, and I wouldn't never do it again. That shit was intense.
Well,
I've seen guys that were like in shape, fucking like stopping halfway. I'm like, I'm fucked.
dude, you know how nasty the comments were to us on the golf cart? Like, juggalos were mad that we were on the golf cart. Like, they just like roll by you, like, hey, what's up? Fuck you. They were mad, bro.
Pissed as fuck.
They were just, no golf carts allowed this year, fucking asshole. They were mad.
I bet they were.
I felt bad. It was the last day, and you could see that everybody was packing up their shit, and they were going to take it to their car and then come down on foot and then spend the rest of the day so they can go back to their car. Watching some of these ninjas lift shit like a wagon full of shit, like they're like, oh, I'm slick, I'm bringing a wagon, I can bring everything, trying to pull it up that other hill. I ain't talking about fuck that hill, that little short hill by the concession stands everybody's complaining about, but the opposite hill that you had to go up and it was forever. Yeah, I mean, that shit was fucked up. I mean, that hill. And the trolley ran the opposite way, too. So even if you were on the top of that hill, you still had to go all the way around. And then if you're on a trolley, you're getting fucking doused with Faygo and all your shit's getting fucked up. So it's like, tough decision.
Exactly.
To some asshole looks like mini Sasquatch throws fucking ragu on you.
Got ragued.
Oh, that's fucked up. First day, you're wearing your fresh ass fucking Shangri-La jersey and shit, and it's this pearl white, looking all gorgeous, and you just get fucking ragu slapped all on the fucking side of you.
Get fucking ragued, bro.
Ruin your fucking $140 jersey. You're just so fucking mad.
Your whole gathering is ruined, fam.
Where are you streaming at? CPN?
Huh?
Where are you streaming at?
Oh, I'm back in AZ for the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'll be gone here soon, but you know.
I didn't know if you were kicked out of the house doing Grubhub, just trying to survive.
I technically can't get kicked out of the house. I'm on the lease.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like
he ain't bringing girls home, but he's just masturbating on the living room couch just to make a scene. Just like, yeah, yeah, I'm on the lease.
I mean, it's more like I ain't bringing girls home, but you know, that doesn't mean I can't go to girls' houses.
True.
Girls got houses too, fam.
Yeah. You don't want to start that. Who's going to start bringing who home, because she'll fucking have a line of people for you.
Yeah,
it'll be like 15-1. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier for a girl to get a guy than it is for a guy to get a girl.
Fucking just walk into a gangbang and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, you win. Fuck.
Damn. I just thought of that. I'm like, oh God. I would definitely have a reaction.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I always thought that'd be kind of cool. Just walk into a gangbang.
I like to listen to those stories of people who walk in on their spouses getting fucked or whatever. Some of them do crazy shit. One guy was an army guy. He come back from the military in full army gear. He saw his wife and the other dude fucking, and he's like, he knew the worst thing would be to get violent, so he fucking got down on all fours and crawled over by the bed and got at the edge of the bed and just sat there like this, watching them until they noticed him.
Oh,
He said that dude fucking jumped up and took off running.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the guy in full combat army fatigue just sitting there staring at you at the edge of the bed. I'd probably take off running too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's another one. A guy came home early from work and he took a picture of his girlfriend and some other guy passed out. It was his fiance and some other guy passed out in a bed in his bed, and he snapped a picture of him and put it on Facebook with like a paragraph saying, "Oh, bitch, I got you," and all this, and like embarrassed the shit out of her.
Damn.
But yeah, it became hella famous.
One guy,
I mean, the only scenario that I ever had that went to that, 19 years old, it was probably about a year before I just turned 19. It was about a year before I met my wife, and I was living in Spokane, and I was dating a girl out in Post Falls, Idaho, and I walked into her house, and she was getting tagged doggy style while handcuffed to the fucking bed frame. And I just shut the door and left. Just walked out, man. Got all kinds of messages from her. It broke my fucking heart. That was the longest fucking hour and 20-minute drive home. But
I bet. I bet it was.
I mean,
well, at
what are you
least
supposed to
go
do?
off and fucking do something stupid.
What am I supposed to do? Go up in there, go in there and beat up everything? I mean, this dude's already like murdering my bitch. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? He's already fucking took a bite of my steak and fucking drank my beer. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Go in there, whoop his ass, and get an assault charge?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Did
I
she
mean,
say you caught her?
What?
Was she aware that you caught her?
Yeah. It ruined their evening. My favorite thing is watching her yank, trying to get loose, like it was like gonna magically pop out and shit.
I'm surprised she didn't go, it's not what it looks like. Try to play
No, I
it
closed
off.
the door too fast, but at that time she wasn't my girlfriend, and I was also seeing other chicks on the side. I was just more pissed off about the gas money and time I wasted to go out there.
You were mad
But
because she wasn't doing that kind of kinky shit with you. That's what you're really mad about. You're like,
Well,
damn, I can
I'm
barely
not-
get a blowjob, and this guy's fucking handcuffing this bitch. What the fuck?
well, usually I was the one handcuffed, but you know, in that situation it got weird. You know, trying to pour my heart out to you, Captain Flannel. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. As a rule of thumb, I don't let anybody handcuff me. I rather do the handcuffing.
Bullshit.
Okay, maybe I do.
Someone's getting called out right now.
Yeah, no
Back
shit.
Back in '95, he woke up handcuffed in a hotel room with something inserted in him.
Yeah.
Never again.
Never again. Once was enough. Now Skelly, he went back for seconds. He's like, he handcuffed
I
himself.
figured if I went back,
guys show up.
you can use another object to pry that object out. You know, It's fucking,
Like, I think I left my keys in there. Sorry. Gonna have to go back in.
damn CPN football. When I raced motocross and when I did wrestling, 00 was my fucking number, and that's what you're gonna both. Oh no, never mind. It's fucking. I see what you got on there, but it from way back here, it looks like you got 00 in your fucking like jerseys.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it does kind of.
Yeah, it does.
Shit, CPN, spill your heart out. We all want to know what's going on in your personal life right now. What's going on?
I mean,
Are you shopping for places? Are you going to be within Arizona?
Should we ask Sister Hatchet what's going on?
no, yeah, right. Oh God!
Hey, Josh, send her the link.
I mean, I kind of came home to getting yelled at. So
I figured that.
there's that. You know, there's this. I see you moved on pretty fast. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want from me.
Was that due to your social media or just all these haters sending her fucking DMs?
No, due to my social media.
Yeah. Well, looking back at my footage, it was hard to separate you two at the gathering as it was. So it was happened to happen on camera.
Right. No. That's whatever. Because like so me and this one here, me and her broke up. Ooh, fuck, like some time ago. You know what I mean?
Before the gathering.
Yeah. I had told her that well, I brought some shit up to her because see, you ever like you could just tell somebody doesn't give a shit anymore.
They're
You
bored.
know? So it was kind of on that level with me and her. I was like, the fuck? You know what I mean? So we had like this long conversation. And yeah, she basically told me that that she feels I dedicated too much of myself to all this shit, like the internet stuff, the YouTube stuff, the Juggernaut stuff, all the working with Max, going to all these events all the time. And when me and her got together, I told her, I said, I do this YouTube thing, you know, I have somewhat of a name on it, but you know, it's nothing, nothing too big to get excited about. But the way YouTube works, sometimes, there's like that one video that might set you off or get everybody to notice you or something. So that's could possibly happen. And she was like, yeah, no, that's cool. I'm fucking, of course they always, oh no, that's totally fine, And yeah, I mean, I told her she could be part of this with me, go to the shows with me, go to the gatherings with me. She's not into this like that, though.
No, we've seen it over the years. We watch her shit. She was in the background and a lot of it and everything. But I could figure in a relationship where she's not really down with the clown, and then you're invested. She should have known this when she met you. When the first 6 months, and what you guys been together, what, like 6 years or some shit like that?
Almost 6 years, yeah.
Yeah. So 6 years, she should know that you're a public figure in the Juggalo community and you go to events. I mean, my wife knows I go to every single concert, but the gathering was a big step this year because I have kids and shit. But
what's it any different than got people? The guys are in the sports. It's just it's just a
yeah. But you should have known this. You're 6 years into a relationship. You should know this. It's like he works every day. He comes home. He does his internet. I can understand from probably her point of view. Works all day. Comes home.
She thought she was getting
yeah. When you're not the center of attention, it kind of interferes because he wants to play his video games and he has, after a while, your podcast, you enjoy it, it's fun and everything, and it's a hobby, but it also turns into a fucking job. You don't put together a whole entire show like that in fucking 30 minutes. You have to go find all the clips, build it, and it takes a lot of time. So I can understand her feeling like I'm not the center of attention.
Right. And I mean, you're right about that. It's definitely not a 30-minute job, it's I mean, it takes some work. I mean, there was just a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I'll put it to you this way though. I figured me and her weren't gonna last within the first year of our relationship. Over one particular incident. But this one time, I was fucking sick as shit. I had pneumonia. And me and her worked at the same place. Now, I'm the type of motherfucker, I'm going to work usually regardless. You know what I mean? Oh, I feel like I'm fucking dying, but I have a paycheck to earn. I get paid hourly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to work. I'm going to work regardless. And so it's New Year's Eve and I go to work. And I'm just fucking, but I sit at a desk, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I sit at a desk, I do fucking administrative work. So
Quit.
it's something I can do while I'm fucking sick. And she gets off work. It's like, I think she gets off like at 8, and she comes over to my side of the building, comes into my office, and she's talking to me and shit. And she's telling me that because we were supposed to go to her friend's house for like a New Year's Eve party. And I'm like, she's telling me like, do you want me to not go because you're sick? And I was like, literally all I'm going to do when I get off of work is I'm going to go home, and my alcohol that I'm going to drink for New Year's is a fucking hot toddy. And I'm going to fucking bed. Like, I'm so, like, you know, and she's like, okay, well, this, that, and the other. Like, all right, fine. Well, yeah, go to your thing, have fun. And I mean, I still stand by that, you know, go to your thing, have fun. But once in a very blue moon, it snows here for a very short time.
Mm-hmm.
And it started snowing. Now, this party she's at, like I got off at 11. This party she's at is a few blocks from where I work. And I live a couple blocks in the other direction. And it didn't even occur to her, like, my dude has pneumonia and he has to walk home at 11 o'clock at night, and it's snowing.
Oh.
It didn't even occur to her, like, I should go pick him up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
And when that happened, that was the first year we were together. That was our first New Year's, you know what I mean? And when that happened, I pretty much figured, I was like, yeah, I don't think she's there at that point. And then there's just a bunch of other little shit just throughout.
Yeah, people grow apart is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, when me and her had the conversation, it wasn't like a bunch of fighting and stuff. I mean, at first it was like, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. But it stopped after that. And it just became like a very amicable conversation of, what the fuck are we doing anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, don't care as much about what I'm doing. Because no matter how many times I say, well, you can be involved, you choose not to be involved. Your choice of not being involved legitimately reflects like whether you give a shit or not. Because regardless, you would want to be involved. That's just how that works. If you really are into something like that, you want to be involved in what they're doing.
Yeah, true.
And you don't want to be involved. So,
or you at least want them to enjoy it.
Right.
You know, it's like that's their thing. That's what they like to do. Enjoy it, support them. You know, even if it's not your thing.
Right. And she was a theater kid at high school, and you know all that. So obviously, with a channel and a show that has skits and sometimes wearing costumes and doing crazy shit, you would think, you know, this would be something fun for her
she
to
could
do.
get into too. Yeah, true.
She has such a negative outlook on juggalos. Skeletor says he's backstage.
Okay.
Yeah, Skeletor's backstage.
Right. Yeah,
Damn,
so
Josh.
But,
Put me in the fucking back burner. God damn.
oh, so yeah,
Cold blooded.
Yeah, I was looking something up, so I did see.
Looking at Craigslist ads and shit. Well, you're still a young man, Ryan. There's plenty of tail out there to chase.
Oh yeah. Oh, there is.
I mean, you have to think, after the first year, if you thought you were already going to have problems, what would you make you want to do the final step of, you know, dedicating the rest of your life to that woman?
Right.
I mean, I know Captain Flannel made that promise. I've made that promise, and we're fulfilling that. But you and Josh are some young scholars out here just gonna tear up that fucking world.
Well, I didn't get married either, so.
Well, I know, but we are. But
Right.
I think I remember sometime you were saying she was your fiance or something.
Kind of.
Captain Flannel can't handle his weed.
Yeah, can't handle the weed.
Definitely.
Smoking
Can't.
dabs. Finally got some dabs.
I've kicked it with Captain Flannel, and I could say confirmed Captain Flannel.
Yeah. I was high the entire DCG con, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you couldn't handle the weed at the time.
Yeah.
I did some extracurricular activities with fucking Captain Flannel at the gathering.
Yeah.
And all I remember is us for 30 minutes. He's trying to figure out how to turn off the lights on his car, and I'm over there fucking rambling stories for no reason. I'm just talking. I'm just having a conversation with myself, and he's like, "How do you turn on these lights?"
I couldn't figure it out for shit, dude. I was so fucked up.
We had to take 2 breaks. We just sit there in the car. And
let's do another one and think about it.
Yeah,
that didn't help.
Oh.
Yeah, it's quite the trip to the car.
Oh man.
We got on a
1 hour
trolley.
trip to the car.
Got on a trolley and we made it like 500 feet, and they stopped it and said they were going to end the trolleys at 2. It was like 150, 155 or something.
Trolley stopped by the shower and said, "We're taking an hour break," and we're like, "What the fuck?" So we had to walk, but it wasn't that bad of a walk. I mean,
nah, it wasn't too bad. At night, it's nothing. It's just that fucking heat, man. That place was fucking hot.